If I was to tell you that Black Ops Cold War Zombies is getting an open world zombies mode, what would you say? Because until yesterday, that never had crossed my mind. But yesterday, a new leak/rumor appeared online that Charlie Intel covered that suggests a new open world zombies mode is coming to Black Ops Cold War. And if this is true and this does happen, I'm going to lose my mind. And I think all of you guys are as well. Now, of course, with anything that's leaked or rumored about Call of Duty, this has to be taken with a grain of salt because this has not been acknowledged or announced by Treyarch or Activision. But for context of where this information comes from, it comes from a leaker called Okami, who in the past has been notorious for getting Call of Duty leaks 100% correct. He leaked the name of Black Ops Cold War back in May. He also leaked the release date for Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. So clearly, this guy knows some stuff. And Charlie Intel reported on this rumor last night. And Charlie Intel never report on rumors or leaks unless there was at least some sort of validity to it. Even though this can't be confirmed right now, regardless, we need to talk about this because this is huge news if it's true. And the speculation and idea of this is insane. The possibilities of this are endless if this mode actually happens. So what exactly do the rumors and leaks say? Well, they say that this mode is going to be called Outbreak and it's going to be a new co-op zombies mode, which is going to take place on a large-scale fire team size map. Okami says he's heard it described as open world zombies, so take from that what you will. And when replying to someone in regards to this, he said that this is a co-op only game mode, so you wouldn't be fighting other players on a large scale map, but rather you'd be dealing with zombies roaming around a huge map. Now what makes this even crazier is there is nothing in Cold Wars to suggest that this mode is happening apart from one cipher in D Machine. Now this rumored mode is called Outbreak, and the cipher in D Machine, the actual key phrase to decipher this message is the word outbreak. Now I saw this pointed out on Twitter by Eric Maynard, so big shout out to him. This is a 200 IQ play from Treyarch if this is what their intention was, locking the word outbreak behind this cipher message. And looking into the cipher message, it talks about what I spoke about in yesterday's video about a future Ural Mountains DLC map. The first mention of the Ural Mountains in Cold War Zombies from this cipher needed the word outbreak in order to crack it. But the key word is outbreak. Either that's a massive coincidence or Treyarch has intentionally put this in as a little teaser on what could be coming. So for context for this cipher, it talks about the survey of the Ural site, which verifies it's by far the largest incursion zone yet recorded. We spoke about this in yesterday's video about how the Ural Mountains has the highest level of breaches out of anywhere in the world, meaning the amount of zombies there is huge in comparison to anywhere else in the world. Now, there's some really interesting wording in this cipher, and it says that we must assume Requiem will detect it via satellite and deploy fire teams. So first of all, plural, meaning multiple teams, but also inside of zombies, the actual team that Requiem are referenced as strike team. And we hear that in D Machina, you hear the first words from the helicopter dropping you off. It says strike team is on the ground. Weaver says, strike team, are you there? We're never referenced as fire team. So this is a separate crew to what we play as. But at the same time, this could just be a huge coincidence, and it could be just Omega's viewpoint calling them fire team. So let's not get too excited there. But the key itself being Outbreak is incredibly suspicious. Now, if this mode is real, this is going to catapult Cold War Zombies into a level nearly more catastrophic than Black Ops 3 Zombies. Cold War Zombies is already an incredible mode. The quality of the maps we've had so far is insane. But if this is true, this will literally catapult zombies to a level of popularity we've never seen before, opening the doors to even more accessibility and replayability by casual players who haven't played zombies before. Like, this will bring zombies to a new level of hectic on a much larger scale. And I think we've all dreamt of an open world zombies mode for years now. The last thing we had closest to this was Transit, which was sort of posed as an open world experience, but wasn't quite. But this could be incredibly big. Like, you're seeing gameplay right now of a fire team map, and this is incredibly big, like so big that you have to use vehicles to drive around the map to access it. If we have anything similar to this and the fire team is a blueprint for this zombies mode, this is going to be incredibly exciting. Like, I can imagine that we could almost have like a Destiny style experience where we have this massive open world and there's tons of objectives to do at different parts of the map. Because in Destiny, you have the same sort of big level, but you do various different things and different objectives throughout that level. So it always feels a little different. Imagine if there's like, you know, different boss fights that can happen in certain stages. You know, you do different set objectives, and at the end there's a boss fight in one area, but the next time you play it, there's something completely different. And the more I think about it, the more excited I am about having Treyarch zombies, but on a open world. I mean, if you look at Blackout, it sort of was a prototype of this mode by the sounds of it, because we had a massive open world and there were zombies roaming around in different areas that we could go to. We even had some boss fights in some occasions. So perhaps that might have been Treyarch dipping their toes into prototyping of what an open world zombies mode could be like. But man, it literally sounds like a dream if this is real. Like, it sounds like a blend of Destiny, Spec Ops mode from Modern Warfare, but with zombies. I'm incredibly excited about this. Now, there is a lot of media sites talking about this rumor as well, and they're saying that, you know, it's unofficial, everything's subject to change. I completely agree with that. This should definitely be taken with a grain of salt, and we should just wait a few weeks or months to see if this thing is actually real. But the one suspicious thing that Treyarch has said about the future content for zombies is in their 115-day blog post, where they said, what we've talked about today is just a glimpse of what's planned for zombies in 2021. If you think you know what to expect in Season 2, think again. Now, at first we saw this and thought, oh, this probably just means a second Zombies DLC, but if you cast your mind back to the start of Season 1, we weren't actually supposed to get a Zombies DLC in this season. 5AC was originally scheduled for Season 2. The fact we got this DLC ahead of its schedule is a really good sign, but it means we're probably not going to see a second DLC drop straight away, and we're probably going to be waiting until around April time, as that's when the usual second DLC drops for Zombies. Surely with the introduction of Season 2 and the roadmap of Zombies content, they aren't going to leave us hanging with nothing at all regarding Zombies. Whilst we wait for a new Zombies DLC, and a side game mode for Zombies like this rumored game mode could fit into this spot incredibly well. Jumping into Blackout to get you this footage, it really made me feel that if this is what this rumored game mode is like, then we're in for a real treat, because like you're seeing here, Blackout was almost like a prototype version of what this rumored mode is like. It's a huge open world map. There's tons of zombie locations. Like you see here, we got the Shadows of Evil boxing gym. We've got Transit. We've got Verrückt. Imagine something like this, but then combine the zombies gameplay loop that Cold War has so well. Of course, mix it up a little bit, but then implement some like extinction challenges and objective style gameplay into it. And you've got a really interesting concoction of different gameplay elements from some of the best co-op game modes in Call of Duty. And you've got the DNA of a brand new alien-like Zombies mode that this mode potentially sounds like. We've got to take this all with a pinch of salt. Not only is this mode only a rumor, not even remotely confirmed to happen, but also whenever you do hear rumors and leaks about stuff, especially a game mode with such sparse details, it's really hard to get a gist of what exactly this mode is going to be like and what the gameplay is going to entail, because we've got very limited information to work with in imagining what this could be like. Like if we imagine Transit with its various areas and using the bus as transportation, but then multiply the size of that by like 5, we've got a really big map, and hopefully that would involve a lot of fun objective gameplay, and ultimately you'd play it differently every single time you play, but it would be a lot of fun. Perhaps there could be like 5 to 6 different versions of a different boss fight that you could do at the end of it. If we think of all the cool stuff we've seen so far from the Dark Ether, like the Order boss fight, Treyarch could have so many more things up their sleeves of just gigantic horrible monsters that have come out the Dark Ether that could be boss fights. They could literally have orders roaming around the map as you're playing, because it's such a big map. Just the ideas in my head right now, as you can hear, are very creative and very exciting. And if you guys have any thoughts and suggestions on what you think could make this mode great, or any ideas you have, please brainstorm and put them in the comment section below. But again, I have to stress that this is a rumor, a leak. We don't know for sure how legitimate any of these details are, but like I said at the beginning of the video, Okami has a pretty solid track record, so I don't have a lot of reason to doubt him, besides the fact that this sounds incredibly ambitious, like almost too ambitious to pull off. But if this does happen, then this is going to solidify Cold War as one of the greatest zombies games we've ever had. If you like the sound of this, let me know below. Smash that like button, subscribe so you can keep yourself up to date with the latest Black Ops Cold War zombies news and information. As we roll on ahead to Season 2's launch in just a few weeks, now we're hot off the press of Firebase Z's release. Thank you so much for watching, guys. You can catch a previous video on your screen right now, but I'll catch you in the next one. If you love zombies zombie posters, I have an incredible Cold War Zombies poster that's just launched that you can grab via the link in the description. It is a full-on movie-size poster, double-ended with Park in D Machina and Samantha Maxis in the Dark Ether. You can have it up whichever way you want. It looks fantastic. If you want to grab one, there is a link in the description, along with my Cold War Zombies perk poster pack that now contains the Tombstone perk as well. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.